I'm pretty sure this is recording now, so hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd change it up a little bit. I've been doing a lot of bowling stuff. Actually, I haven't really been uploading much at all, but most of it's been bowling, so I thought I'd change it up a little bit, do some flight sim. Still debating on whether I'm just going to do a little local flight. Maybe go down to Anderson or something. Or I was also considering just doing a cross-country flight to Columbia Metropolitan. So, well, I'll figure that out, but right now, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, first thing, like always, master switch on, beacon also coming on at that time. So, answer, good, but that doesn't matter right now. Actually, I don't know if we'd make it to Columbia because we've got about 11 gallons of fuel, which is about, let me check. So we've got about 2 hours 44 minutes cruise. So I probably we'd make it down there and then have about, I think, an hour 40 minutes of reserve, because it's only about an hour away from Greenville, which is where we are right now, downtown Greenville. Here's our nice little airplane, by the way. We're flying Skyhawk 4405 Echo Romeo. And, whoops. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to it. So throttle in, quarter inch, fuel pump, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Fuel pump is off. So we're doing a cold start, by the way. So everything else is off. Oh yeah. Oh well, lighting changed significantly already. So now we're gonna go ahead and start this airplane. Start right up, idle 1,000. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on taxi and nav lights, avionics coming on, and we need to set this thing. I always forget to set it, but I'm not going to this time because I'm actually, well, other people are gonna see this, hopefully. So taxi, nav lights on, avionic on. We have parking brake set, idling 1,000. Go ahead and put the transponder on alt, and I think what we'll do, we'll just maybe head out west and maybe do a little maneuvering, maybe some stalls, steep turns maybe, work on climbs, maybe do a few touch and goes, possibly Pickens, maybe Anderson. We'll see. I would do this flight on VATSIM, but I think my VATSIM account is inactive or deactivated right now, and I don't want to go through that process right now. So yeah, let me go ahead and actually check the wind again real quick. So it's 340 at 4, gusting is 7. Alright. So we'll put this on 340 so we know when we're taxiing to do proper correction. And I think I'll just pretend that, or while I'm doing this flight, that I'm on Unicom, and because I need to know how to do this, so I'll pretend, but I'm not actually on Unicom, so I'm just yeah. So our call sign is 405 Echo Romeo. So I'll go ahead and call them up, fake call them up. Greenville Unicom. General traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo, taxiing runway 1, Greenville. Alright. I should have gotten my good quality microphone, but whatever. This will work for now. Frames are better than usual, so we'll go ahead and start the taxi. We're going to take, I think, Charlie 4, Delta, Alpha. Usually I don't go this way. I'll go the other way and I'll take Alpha 5 Alpha, but we'll change it up a little bit for whatever reason. I don't know. Actually, some of the things I did during startup might have been a little wrong, but that's because I don't have the checklist, an actual checklist with me right now, and I don't want to pull one up right now, so I'm just doing what I can remember, and I'll do what I can remember of the other checklists if I can, you know, remember. Whatever I remember. There's taxiing on Alpha now, down to runway 1. There's a south ramp, and over here, it shows a hangar there, but actually there's a runway cafe. I've never been there, but I want to go. Maybe someday. Also, you'll notice this thing right here with the, if you can see, this big circle, and then there's a bigger circle out here. So, for those of you who aren't pilots, we have different types of airspaces, and this right here is a class shortly airspace, which means you have to have a mode C transponder to fly in class Charlie airspace. I don't know, I'm not a pilot yet, I don't know everything. I mean, I do know a lot of the basics, but got idle 1000, set the parking brakes on to keep holding this brake hand so I'm free to do other stuff. We'll go and put on landing and strobe lights. Taxi light is off. Idling 1000. Okay. Still about 11 gallons on each tank. Alright, fuel selector on both. Trim set for takeoff. We'll go and do the run up now. So idle 1800, or not idle, but throttle 1800. Fuel flow in the green, back in the green. Pressure and temperature, oil pressure and temperature in the green as well. We're gonna go down here real quick. We're gonna pull the static air, or whatever, air static thing. In a real airplane, you'd see this, or I think, I don't know, not this, but. Anyway, I'm done trying to explain this. I'm not good at it. So we're going to go back up here. We're going to do the mags now. So we're going to check the right mag. Drops about 100. Back to both. Goes back up. 1800. Left mag down to 1700. And back up. 1800. Alright, good. Going to test the annunciator panel too. Idle check. We're idling about 650. Okay, so that's a pretty good standard idle. So we typically won't be there. Whatever reason. So, yeah. So, and we'll leave that down there. Okay, we'll bring the yoke back because we are about ready to go. Actually, alright, that one goes up, that one goes down, that one goes down, that one goes up. And then up, down, and left, right. Alright. Flight controls are free and correct. So we'll go ahead and announce that we're taking off. By the way, there are no other aircraft. I just prefer, you know, pretending as if there were, but there aren't. Anyway, so we're floating. River traffic, Skyhawk, 405 Echo Romeo, taking off, runway 1, Greenville. And I just realized I didn't use crosswind technique at all, but actually, it's pretty much right behind us anyway, so we don't really need it. Direct tailwind while we're taxiing. So, rotation speed 55 knots. We're going to do standard takeoff. If we do touch and go Pickens, we might do. Well, actually, we might do maybe a full stop at Pickens, and we'll do either short field or soft field takeoff. Alright. Throttle, engine instruments in the green, vacuum in the green. Alright. Airspeed alive, 55. Rotate. And climb out VY. Accelerate a little bit, VY. 75 knots. Pause rate, gear up. Gear is coming up. Okay, trimming out a little bit. We're climbing at pretty much exactly VY right now. 500 feet, we're going to make left turn. We're going to have to stay below 2,000. Well, we're going to have to stay below 3,000, so we're going to level off at that. 2,500 until we get out from underneath the Class Charlie airspace, because we're not going up that. Nice 20-ish degree bank. We'll fly heading 280. Climbing through 2,000 now. Still at about VY, maybe a little fast. Oil pressure and temperature still looking good. Fuel flow good. Vacuum good. Inks are good as well. And no lights on the annunciator panel. Coming up to our target altitude of 2,500. I'm going to go ahead and start pushing the nose forward. Let it accelerate a little bit, and then we'll pull the throttles back. 2,500 level off. Now we'll go 2,200 RPMs, and we'll trim the plane for train level flight. It's probably going to accelerate a little more, so we'll have to keep an eye on that trim. Flying 27, heading 271. This is indicating 266, so this gyro drifts extremely easily. Alright, so we are now 2,640. Altitude getting close. We are just about out from underneath Class Charlie. We're going to climb 5,000 and we're going to do some stalls. And 3, 2, 1. Just a little more. Although we're already kind of climbing anyway. And we are out from Class Charlie, so out from underneath Class Charlie. So we're down full throttle of that, pull back, and start climbing again. VY, we're already besting that, so we don't have to really worry about it. I think all the way out there, I think, let me check on my head here. Wow, I can see Anderson from out here. It's pretty neat. And I already got those runway lights on. We've got Donaldson off our left wing right there, and nothing to the north except for mountains, lakes. We're going to be passing over a grass field shortly as well. That's too far out. Okay, so actually the grass field is going to be off our left side, climbing through 3,800 now. That level. Actually, I will say this, when I do the power off stalls, it might be a little off because I've never actually done power off stalls before. I don't really remember. I've seen videos, I don't remember exactly how to set them up. So, it might be a little off. But power off stalls and steep turns, I remember how to do. We're going to do 45-degree banks, steep turns, we're not going to the 60-degree ones. Climbing steady, 4,500 now. Looks like there's another airport right off of our nose. Not Pickens though. Pickens is... actually, it's a little to the right. Oh wow, actually I've been drifting a little bit, so we're going to get back on 270 heading, fly towards those lakes over there. Or actually, there are lakes like all over the place. So any heading that I fly will probably get to the lake. Okay, we're going to go a little higher than 5,000. We're going to go 5,500. Maybe 6,000 actually. Take a look out our window. What a view. There's a river back there. Wow, we haven't traveled too far, actually. Still climbing. Alright, well, our exact height doesn't really matter, so we're going to level off. Right here. I'll go back 2,200. Perfect. Alright, so now I'll just get it trimmed out for straight level flight. Excellent. Alright, and that should hold it. We're still accelerating a little bit, so I'll adjust it again. Actually, you know, I think we might go do a touch and go out there, but first, because I've never been to that airport, it's like right by the lake, and I like airports that are right on the water. But anyway, so we're still a little bit behind, but that's okay. Not too much. Pickens right off our nose, right down there. Too high, obviously, to go there, but we'll go ahead and get into our maneuvers. So I'll go 2,000 RPM, let the plane decelerate to 90. Perfect. Alright, we're going to do a right-hand steep turn in 3, 2, 1, now. That's 10, 20, 30. Start adding power. Now we're going to go 2,200, nose dive, pull back, and a little too steep. I'm going to hold it right there. little. Okay, watching that, watching that. Already coming around to our westward heading. And start rolling out now. Alright, so that was a little interesting. Not as good as it could have been. But we didn't lose too much altitude in that nosedive. Alright, now we're going to do one to the left and then we'll go into stalls. So we'll start that in 3, 2, 1. 10, 20, 30, add power. Excellent. Maintain that altitude. A little shallow, steeper, steeper, steeper. Maintain, maintain. And we've got a little more to go. 3, 2, 1. Start rolling out. Excellent. Alright. So now we'll keep it at 2200 for now. And now we'll get into stalls. So first we need to do set up slow flight. I could do clearing turns, but there's no aircraft to worry about. I guess for the sake of realism, we'll do clearing turns once. So we'll do west right now, so we're going to do 90 degree turn south, 90 degree turn back to the west. 3, 2, 1. It's 15 degrees. Alright. That's south. A little overshot it a little bit. And back to the west. And it doesn't look like any aircraft below us, so we're going to go ahead and get it to set up slow flight first. So, 1600. Let it decelerate. Flaps 1, flaps 2, flaps 3, and we'll go ahead and start bringing up the power. 2100. I think in a real world Cessna 172, typically when you're doing slow flight 55 knots, they'll typically have it at around only 2,000 RPM instead of 2,200. But the aerodynamics aren't on like extremely realistic, so it's a little more drag than there would be, which is. Yeah, anyway, so we're set up here nice and level, and we'll go ahead and get into it. And we're starting to get where I don't think I've ever been this far west. Well, no, I probably have, but frames are starting to drop. But anyway, let's get into it. So we'll start our descent now, 2,000 RPM, 500 feet per minute. Alright, getting ready for it in 3, 2, 1, power idle. Ready to flare. Flare, 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 flare. Hold nose, hold it. Keep it level, keep it level. Set rudder, keep it coordinated. Keep it coordinated. And we'll recover in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Recover. Keep that nose down. Keep that nose down. It's wanting to pull up so much, but we have to keep that nose down because we'll end up running into a secondary stall if we don't do these things right. So 65 knots, first knot of flaps up. Alright, and we can go ahead and do the second notch as well, though we're, wow, that sent the nose down a ton. And 80 knots, final notch up. So I think instead of going to do more maneuvers, I think what we'll do now is we will put ourselves in a descent, and we're going to try and do touch and go at that airport. I have no idea what airport it is, so I'm not going to do any Unicom talking or whatever. Somewhere north of Anderson. Maybe it's Oconee County? KCEU. Oconee County, okay. So yeah, we'll learn there. We're extremely high. Like, I don't usually fly this high in the Cessna. Usually I'll go up to maybe 4,000 max, but typically it's around 3,500. I'll do some maneuvering. I'll go back to. I usually don't get too far from Greenville. This is the farthest in a while. And after we do the touch and go there, we might do one in Anderson as well. Then we'll head back to one in Pickens, and a full stop in Greenville. Yeah. So we're a little high, but that's fine. We've got plenty of time. We can descend a little faster than normal if we want to. Keep it around 1700 RPM out. So I haven't checked the transponder in a while. Still on alt. It's good. Oil temperature is a little cold. Pressure is good. We are now down to 10 gallons. Fuel flow still in the green. We are, I think, we're 7 miles out from Coney. So actually, since I know the name of the airport now, I'll do the Unicom. Coney traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo is 6 miles out, inbound, touch and go, runway, whatever the heck, probably 25, but whatever. Coney. I've never been here, so I mean, I have in, like, I've driven by it in actual world, but in the flight simulator I've never been here, so I don't know what runway and Coney, but I'm guessing it's probably 25. Right now we are right lined up with it. We need to descend a little more now. Still above 3,000. Also gotta. Eventually, I need to get some practice in the left seat or in the right seat, because if I ever fly in the right seat later on in ever. It'd probably be a good idea to be able to do it. Get some practice in the simulator before you jump right into the left seat when you're doing, like, for example, CFI training. Better practice in advance than your first time to be, well, your first time in an actual plane, and, well, mess everything up because you don't know what you're doing in the right, well, because everything's so different in the right seat, or something like that. I don't know. Well, calm up, tell them we're on short final. Well, actually, and I'll just call it runway 25 because that's probably what it is anyway. Oconee traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo is 3 miles out, straight in, runway 25, Oconee. And then, alright, so at 2 miles, I'll let them know we're final. We're somewhere on the glide slope now. Oh, that's perfect. Right on the glide slope. So we'll hold that. Or try to anyway. Get a little slower, 1 notch of flaps down. And whenever I use the flaps, I have to make sure immediately I'm going to the trim, because on this, even like every single notch, it causes the plane to pitch up so much. We're a little low, so we'll add some power. Also a little slow. I think we've got like a direct 90-degree crosswind or something like that. Might be close. Either way, it's a heck of a crosswind. 4 miles an hour, or no, 4 knots, gusting at 7 knots. So, second notch. Around the glide slope. That's good. I never let Oconee know I was okay. Oconee traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo, short final, runway 25. I was right. It's 25. And what is this runway? Alright, we made the runway, made it, and that's bounced a little bit. I have no idea what the heck this runway is, but it's so much of a hill. Alright, that's 50 knots, 55 for Jake. Alright, we need to set the trim back. Okay. So now we're going to go direct Anderson. So K, A, and D. Anderson. Alright, so we'll go to, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to use autopilot on this leg just because I don't want to have manual control the whole time. Let me adjust this, dim that down, because I don't like floodlights too much. Actually, we'll just set up a nice 1.5, like just about a 150 heading, maybe a little shy of 150. But this is setting up, or this sets us up for a pretty good, maybe a little further, but so we'll set the heading, vertical speed, 800 feet per minute, and that's gonna, so we're about 7 minutes out. Get notifications left and right. Where are we at? We're going to 3,000, so we'll level off. Pull the mixer back. Well, pull that back. And since we aren't doing any maneuvers, we can lean out the mixtures back just a little bit right there. We'll do 2,300 RPM all the way to Anderson. And I wish I could get snow. It's gonna be a decently long video, so for those of you who are still watching, very, very impressive that you'd actually want to watch this entire thing. But I don't know, you got any suggestions for a video, like maybe some vlogs, or I don't know, a challenge, maybe? Well, maybe not challenge. A lot of one-sided. Anyway, but any ideas for videos, please let me know in the comments down below. Tell your friends about my channel, whatever. Don't, I don't care. Anyway, I don't know, I'm not in it for the subs, so we need to adjust these lights. Also, if this video is up tonight, tomorrow, bowling tournament, so I should have a video out. It's a GYBT at somewhere. Actually, I'm not gonna say the location before, because people will watch this video. I don't know what people can watch this video and know where. So everyone will find out tomorrow when I upload the video where I was, because I won't be there anymore when the video's out. But Junior Gold Qualifier, gonna try and do that. Hopefully, I really hope so, honestly. But anyway, enough about that. We're flying over the lake right now, and we're 7 miles out from Anderson. And I don't know which runway this is. Runway 5 at, yeah, runway 5 at Anderson. Started really dry. Probably because I'm talking so much, but anyway. Yeah. So I'm gonna set up my tripod. I kind of want to record some of these landings I found. Oh, I can show people, but set tripod up correctly. Go ahead and full rich and decrease to 2,000. We're going to descend at about 300 feet per minute right now. And I need to take the case off my phone. This thing is absolutely huge and will not fit on this tripod. Probably also take my USB-C card out of there, but whatever. Alright. So we have... That is terrible lighting, but... I'm gonna go... I hate to do this to my eyes, but I'm gonna go turn the light off. Alright, I'm back. It's time to fry my eyes out. I can't see a single thing in this room, but whatever. It's tough. Video. Okay, well, let's set up. And we're gonna, let's check that. You can see the runway right over there. Okay, good. And we are Gotta turn off the autopilot because I'm about to overfly this airport by a landslide. So up to auto idle and flat form so we don't gain too much airspeed on this side. There's the airport right off that side. And you know what, for all I know I'm approaching stall speed, but not so. So I'm going to call Unicom. Anderson traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Lima is 2 miles out. Left base, runway 5, Anderson. Yeah, I'm not good at Unicom stuff, so it's very sloppy. And I thought there was a second runway here. Was I wrong, or? We'll see. Throttle idle. Second notch, and we'll put into the bank. I cannot, there's like just about no horizon out there. It's difficult to see, but goodness for the few lights that there are. And I am well below the stall speed. Well, not stall speed, but 60 knots. I'll be above it. Anderson traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo is on final runway 5, Anderson. We are high up. And getting some sort of interesting thing. Surprisingly, I'm not crying my eyes out like I thought I would, but we're way high. Oh boy. Okay. Throttle idle. Got a little bit of crosswinds. Let her fly. Let her fly. Hold it off. Hold it. Oh, that was a little high, but oh well. Drop it down onto the runway. It's fine. Full throttle. Airspeed is 55 knots. Rotate. That is a very strong crosswind. Looking forward to getting back to Greenville because it's going to be pretty much a headwind event. Gonna turn up towards go ahead and set the autopilot. Right there, heading actually less. Vertical speed. Perfect. At least I think it is. I'm gonna go ahead and set the direct to Pickens. So K L I think I'm getting this right. Q. Yep, perfect. And we're 12 miles or 12 minutes out, so this is gonna be a decent lag. I can see the Class Charlie airspace coming into view, but we're still like quite a ways away from that. I'll turn off my phone camera for now. I have no idea how long this video is right now, but I can tell it's very long. Coming up to 3,000 now, which is where we want to be. Still 12 minutes out, but that should go down once we start increasing speed. 800 feet per minute, 500, 200, 100 feet per minute. So about 6 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and we are leveled off 3,000. Pull back on the throttle. 2,300. 8 minutes out. Make sure it's lean. And perfect. So now we just sit and wait. I would edit, but it's too much work. And especially for this length of a video, because then I have to wait for the entire thing to finish loading. So send that. Alright. So Pickens is coming into view. I'm so thankful that my eyes are not being fried out, because I thought turning off the light would... I thought the computer screen was bright enough, but I guess it makes sense since it's nighttime right now in the simulator and it's dark in the room. It's pretty accurate to what it'd actually be like, besides my phone shining on my face, the blinding light. But other than that, it's not too bad. My eyes aren't being fried out. And looks like, I think out there, that's GMU, I believe. Maybe Donaldson, either that or Donaldson. Let me check. Okay, so Donaldson is right there, which means yes, indeed, that is GMU. But so we're about 7 minutes out from Pickens, and then we're about like. Pickens is about 10 minutes from GMU, so we still got about 16-ish minutes, probably more like 20. With the light off, it's significantly cooler. I like that. So. But anyway, I was going to try and read that. Spin recovery, opposite rudder, something. It's so blurry I can't read it. Alright, cool. 6 minutes out. We're going to be landing runway 5, 10 miles, we're on our way. Traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo is 10 miles out, inbound runway 5, touch and go, Pickens. I think I nailed it. Maybe. I might upload the other landing as unlisted. Just so I can send the link to other people so they can see my epic landing. I just realized I haven't been doing any of the checklists, but right now landing light should be off. But we'll keep it on because, well... Oh no. Oh no. Alright, heading. Altitude, or vertical speed. I accidentally turned off the autopilot. I think I hit the trim on accident. Because I I don't know what half of the keys do on this keyboard, which is why I prefer clicking most of the stuff. Plus, it adds a little more realism. You're actually hitting the switch instead of the button. I mean, sure, you're just clicking it, but anyway. Okay, we're going to start our descent, so we're going to descend at about. We're going to start. Our initial descent is going to be at about 300 feet per minute. We're going to enrich in the mixture, pull it down to 2,000 RPM. We are 7 miles out, 4 minutes. And that is going up as we slow down. Ground speed is decreasing a lot. We're down to 97, 96, 95. The longest flight I've done on a flight simulator in a long time, but I'm kind of glad I'm doing it because I need to start getting into it again anyway. Wow, there's Coney County out there, and we're still 6 miles out from Pickland. We're gonna adjust the heading plug a little bit so we're on a little more direct, so we don't have such a long base. If this thing would work. That, I think that would set up a perfect, not really a base, but we're kind of joining right on the final. It's like a 45-degree base. 45-degree right base to final. Wind, yeah, it's gonna be quite a significant crosswind again, because it's gonna be, wind is coming out from the north. Wait, all right, I gotta do this real quick. Where's the wind? 340. So it is coming out of the north. Okay. Now that we've got that under control, we know where the wind is coming from. I mean, I kind of have a good idea anyway. I just kind of forgot. But wind is coming out north. Runway heading is pretty much 050. Pretty sure. So if it's 050 and we're doing 60 knots, what should the correction be? I have no idea. Now how do we get down to 1600? More like 1700. Where are we? We're coming down to 2,000. So once we get down to 2,000, I'll level off, and then I'll get ready to take manual controls again. We'll go and call them up again just so they know we're on our way. In traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo is 3 miles southwest, inbound runway 5, touch and go Pickens. I'm probably doing that wrong, but whatever. I'm not flying a real plane, don't actually have Unicom. This isn't really Unicom. Anyway, so disabled that. I can't see a single thing. Like, I can't see my nose. I mean, maybe a little bit, yeah, but not very much. Get the camera set up. Flaps 1, and trim that nose forward. A little high. Alright, 80 knots, and we'll let them know we're on fire. Picking traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo on final runway 5, touch and go, Pickens. Now we're a little slow and the nose is kind of wanting to drop down, but I'm not going to bother trimming it out right now because I'm going to put down another notch of flaps very soon. Alright, second notch coming in. And we are very high. Okay. So this is going to be like the Anderson. We're going to come in high, probably float quite a bit, be too high, have a drop. I just tried using the brake while we're flying. That makes sense. Okay, final notch. 65 knots coming in short final. Good. Half a mile out. Well, except actually we're already over the runway. Throttle idle. Hold it off. Just hold it off. That was excellent. I mean, it was a little early, but still good. So flaps up and 40 knots. Back on center line, 55, rotate. And now, I cannot see a single thing. I have no idea where my horizon is, so I'm gonna just fixate on the gyro and the attitude indicator, actually. I used to think that the attitude indicator is actually called a gyroscope, but actually, it is a gyroscope, but that's not the name for it. It is the attitude indicator, and I believe there are two other gyroscopes as the, turn coordinator, and, no, I really don't know. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and make our turn back, make sure that nose stays up. There's a little bit of a horizon now over there. So we're gonna turn back to Greenville. You can see it out there. We're gonna make sure we get lined up before runway 1. We're gonna be on the left base. Go ahead and set the heading bug. 800 feet per minute climb. Alright, we're going to set it direct. Okay. G. No. M. U. Enter. That is in the flight plan now. Well, in the computer now. Only 9 minutes out, 15 miles. So, shouldn't be too much longer now. Almost there. Then for those of you who are still watching, you can leave and go back to your lives and not waste time watching me do touch and goes. I mean, sure, I'm explaining stuff, I think. 900 feet, so we're gonna bring it back to 200 feet per minute climb. About 6 seconds. Actually, so we're going to take it down to about 3, 2, 1. And that is level 3000. Bring it back to 2300. 2300. We're going to go ahead and lean the mixture right there. 2300. That's good. And we're doing about 100 and I believe about 105 knots. I think if we were to keep this heading, we'd have quite a bit of a base, so we're going to turn a little bit, excuse me, a little bit to the north. Throat is really dry, but we're good, good. Actually, before I'm going to have to start my descent a little bit earlier than usual, or than I would, I think. So we're going to 3,000 right now. We're gonna have to go down to 2,500 before we get to the Class Charlie airspace, because if we don't, then we're gonna fly into that, which we cannot do. I mean, we have a Class Charlie transponder, or Mode Charlie transponder, but we have to get permission from ATC, and since there's no, I mean, I could technically, because it's just a flight simulator, but I like trying to keep things realistic, which is why I prefer to do things how they're actually done. Yeah, I'm losing the brain cells as I speak. But anyway, we're on a final leg of the flight now. Greenville downtown is only 11 miles. So, it's only 9:38, huh? Thought I started this later than I did. I thought it would be like 10 o'clock right now. Like maybe 11. But alright, 10 miles out, we'll let them know. Greenville traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo, 10 miles west, inbound, runway 1, full stop, Greenville. Looks like we're around a little bit by the gust. We've got a direct, as of right now, we've got a direct crosswind, which is coming out of the north. But, well, not direct, but pretty much direct. Got a little bit of a tailwind, actually, but increase that. It's just unfortunately, we're going to have mostly a headwind when we're coming into land, so it's going to be really good instead of a mostly crosswind. Like Anderson. Actually, I think we had a direct crosswind basically at Oni. Now we're coming up to the Charlie airspace. We're going to go in full rich. Throttle 2200. We're going to descend at 200 feet per minute. That's where, yeah. So we're only 3 minutes 45 seconds out, 6.8 miles. So, down to 2,800 right now. We're going to descend a little faster, 500 feet per minute. Pull back 2,000. That's good. Yeah, you can see all the stars, and then, like, directly below us, and for about, what was that, maybe 4 mile straight line in front of us, there's pretty much no lights whatsoever, and then you get you get east of Greenville downtown, and you have all those lights. There's so much out there, and it's crazy, because I mean, here's so much area, just trees basically, trees and fields, and then west of it, civilization. We're down at 2,300. We're going to level off 2,000. We're going to let them know we're on the base. Greenville traffic, Skyhawk 405 Echo Romeo is 4 miles out, left base, runway 1, touching it, or full stop, Greenville. Gonna have to get that done before I start doing this on real planes, that's for sure. Thankfully I've got a really good instructor, and hopefully he's able to be my instructor throughout my training. So I'll level off now, 2,000. It's gonna be a pretty short final actually. I mean, well, not too terribly short. Go ahead and increase throttle a little bit because I don't want to get too slow on base because we still have a little bit of maneuvering to do, which is the turn to final, and if you get too slow on that, you're going to drop out of the sky. So I'm going to pull up the camera on the phone, and we'll get ready to we're going to go and take manual control. So autopilot off, first notch flaps. Can't see anything. Whoopsie. Definitely don't want to get disoriented in an environment like this because you've got, I mean, the only horizon you've got is lights that are miles away. So, I mean, you gotta stay on top of things. That's flaps 2. So yeah, guess I'll just go quiet for this final landing so you can really enjoy. Well, we are below 60s, so add some speed. How many flaps do I got? 20. Alright, we'll go and turn final. Thermal traffic, Skyhawk, 405 Echo Romeo, short final, runway 1, full stop, 3 Once again, we're a little high, so pull that throttle out. Although fortunately, we don't have to exit until Alpha 5 anyway. So, but we got a lot of room to work with because this runway is about 5,000 feet, and we've got about 3,500 before Alpha 5, maybe a little more. Stabilize approach. Idle. Alright. Make it good. Make it good. That was excellent. Decent center line too, so we're going to do flaps up, passing Alpha 2 right now. We've got some more intersections to go, I think. So we're crossing 1028 right now. Alpha 5, next left. I just saw the sign Alpha 5, and so slow down a little bit. And alright, taxi lights on, landing light and strobes off. And we'll just taxi up to the north ramp here. That was a very nice flight, actually. You know, usually when I do these flights, I'm pretty bored, like maybe 10 minutes into it. But this was a very entertaining flight. Lots of, you know, well, quite a few touch and goes. Did some stalls, deep turns, you name it. And we're going to turn now. This is one thing I don't like. I can't see anything while I'm trying to park at night, so I'm kind of just guessing here. There's 6. Set the parking brake, whatever that is. Parking brake set, 1000. Idle. I'm going to turn off the nav strobe. Transponder off. Avionics also off. And mixture auto cut off. Very nice. Alright. So mags off. And beat and master switch off. So now, moment of truth. We're going to see how well I parked, and that'll be it. Come on, be good. Oh, wow. I can move this tripod, so let's... Wow. A little crooked, but honestly not too bad, especially for being at night. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you for the few who probably stuck around. Thank you for watching. Yeah, enjoy your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.